So much has happened this week and it is mind-boggling. Of course I decided to take a vacation literally this week when everything happened, but that's great. Now I'm back and I want to keep everybody updated, and I'm going to start giving you more videos as I was, and I'm going to start keeping up with everything as I was, because I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. So let's just jump right in, and there's so much to talk about. Just remember to like and subscribe if you find any of this helpful to you, and I will keep these videos coming. All right, so the robots are here. OpenAI-backed Figure 2 just launched, and well, it's probably better if I show you versus just explain it. Okay, I'm going to leave a link to that in the description so you can watch the entire thing, but it is absolutely crazy. Now, if you look down here, you'll see this is a tweet from the CEO, Brett Addock. So this is a version 2. So version 2 is capable of speech-to-speech conversation with humans. Feeling a little reminiscent of Terminator 2, but that's okay. I'm curious to see how these robots will work, because Elon Musk has been talking about these robots for a long time, taking on certain jobs, which is another potential issue I know a lot of people have with this type of technology. I, for one, am not quite sure yet if I am ready for a robot to be walking down the street next to me. I am watching Sunny right now, the show on Apple TV, and it makes robots seem a little bit more lighter, someone that you could communicate with, something that you could communicate with, but still having a robot companion still doesn't feel completely right to me. I'm definitely not gonna have a robot taking care of my children. On that note, this is very interesting. I'm sure there are a lot of use cases for robots. I just don't know how I feel about them yet. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sure I'm gonna get some opinions as we move forward. So Meta just came out with Segment Anything, or SAM2, which is pretty wild to me. Now, coming from VFX, I understand how long the rotoscope process takes, and this new technology is almost going to eliminate all of that. So I'm really excited for when this gets put into Adobe Premiere and DaVinci, because that is going to speed up everyone's editing workflow. Now, if you go to ai.meta.com, you'll be able to even try this out. So this is what you're gonna see when you come to the site. There are examples of different videos that they used to target. All you're gonna do is you're gonna just click try the demo, try it now, accept, and it'll take you to the page where you can actually do this. So you have the option right here to change video. You can upload your own. You can pick any of these. I kind of am digging this soccer ball here, so I'm going to use the same one. Now, it is literally as easy as clicking on an object. So I clicked on that. I'm going to add another object. I'm going to click on his shoe here. And you know what? I'll probably add another object, click on this shoe here. Okay, now all you're gonna do is you're gonna click down here and click track objects. It is going through the entire piece, and it's going to solo out each one of the objects that I picked. Now what it's doing is it's creating a mask, and something that you would have to do in rotoscoping a while back, where you go through each frame and make sure that it's exactly where the item is. Now if you look at this right now, I click next, and then I can add an emoji to each one of them. I can add a burst, which is kind of cool, to each piece. So you can see this is being tracked on every object that I picked. Now, one of the cool things also is to highlight different items, which you can spotlight them like that if you're really trying to focus in on something, or even trying to target. This is like if you're trying to do a football, you could literally just point out where the football is in the frame. You can highlight it in different ways. Another thing you can do is you can pixelate. Imagine that you have a documentary that you're shooting and you wanted to just pixelate the face because you're not allowed to use it. That would take a long time to literally track the entire thing, and this is literally all I had to do, and there's different types of pixelations. That's pretty amazing. So yeah, this is absolutely unbelievable. You could upload your own, you could get a link, you can download, you could browse the gallery. This is going to change everything. I know if you have been watching the Olympics, a lot of people have been trying it out with, say, Simone Biles and her gymnast routine, and it tracks perfectly. And then what you can do with that, you can put something behind her, you can put a burst next to her, you can do whatever it is that you want to do, and it literally is going to do something that used to take so much time. A lot of this work is even farmed out, but now it just allows you to do things so much quicker. So check this out, descriptions in the bio. Now, MidJourney has released their latest model in version 6.1. In 6.1, these are all of the improvements. So some of the things that they're focused on is more coherent images. So they're focusing on arms, legs, hands, bodies, plants, and animals. They're focusing on better image quality, more precise, detailed, and correct small image features like eyes, small faces, kids, faraway hands, roughly 25% faster, personalization code versioning, which is really cool, so you can change different personalizations you have, so you don't have to just keep the one. There's a new Q2 mode, which takes 25% longer to add more texture and cost of reduced image coherence. Generally, it's saying it's going to look generally more beautiful across all the images. Now, if you look right here and you go to create, you can just come right up into settings. And this is if you're on the website, obviously, but you can change your versioning here. If you like 6, if you like 5.2, if you want to see what things look like back when it was version 1 compared to 6.1, those are some fun things that you could try the same prompts to see how far it's come. And here are all the other things that you can do. I'm not really doing a MidJourney tutorial right now. If you would like me to, I'm more than happy to. Just leave a comment in the description saying that's what you want, and I'll work on something like that. It's pretty incredible what you can do with MidJourney. As you see right here, even for small features like, say, I needed a documentary shot for cutting a knife, or like these are some pretty incredible images that, you know, would be hard to find otherwise, and now I could just prompt exactly what it is that I want. Now, Runway has just added the feature of being able to use a start frame or an end frame and then generate from that with one particular image. Now, you can give it an image prompt and say you want that to be the last frame or the first frame that it will start the video with. Now, it's pretty wild. If you look right here, this right here is the last frame. They wanted it to roll out into this frame right here. So it gave this image, and then it took the liberty of creating the camera and basically an exploded view, which, you know, again, I come from the VFX world. This stuff takes a lot of time. Now, is it perfect? Absolutely not. However, it's pretty good. And if you think about where it's going, I don't think Runway's just like, oh, hey, I'm going to stop here. We nailed it. No, I don't think that's going to happen. So I think what you're going to see is you're going to see this getting better and better and better. And soon the blow up videos you can do are going to be just like what you have seen DJI do, or have you seen some of these huge VFX houses do. There's still a reason why you would want to do it with visual effects, but someone who might not have that ability can still get a pretty quality piece of work. Now, if you haven't used Runway, this is Runway, and you can use Gen 3 Alpha if you are a paid member. But if you're not a paid member, there's still a lot of really cool things you can do. Like if you look down here, if you haven't used Runway yet, you can do text to image video, video to video, generative audio, lip sync. They give you a lot of really cool AI editing and VFX tools, extracting depth, getting clean audio, removing silences, adding color to certain images. It's pretty wild. I suggest you check it out if this is your first time seeing it. So, Leonardo was just acquired by Canva. Now, this is super, super exciting to me because I use Canva all the time for so many things, even more than I'm using Photoshop now. It means that Canva is going to get even better. Now, Leonardo AI is an incredible Gen AI tool already, and just bringing these two companies together is going to make the apps a powerhouse. Now, Leonardo is still going to function as its own application, but with Canva involved, that will just integrate this into all of Canva's workflow, along with help building out Leonardo's app even more. This is the article. I'm going to leave that in the description. Now, if you haven't been to Leonardo yet, this is Leonardo, and it's gotten so much better. It actually feels a lot more like Runway now, but you could show real-time canvas, real-time generation of images, image creation, the canvas editor. You can use style reference, consistent characters, getting consistent characters within your images, content reference, so you can reference different styles in images to get that in your generation. There's so much you can do, and with these tools directly into Canva, and Canva going to help boost this up financially, you can bet that this is going to just become such a huge powerhouse. Okay, the original creators of Stable Diffusion launched Black Forest Labs and a new model called Flux.1, which now a lot of people are feeling could be taking on MidJourney, and some think it's even better. So Flux 1 is open sourced, so it will be available via their API and built into other applications, I'm sure. Now, this is huge. They're putting into effect some strict usage guidelines about not generating false information or non-consensual imagery, or even harmful content. Now, they're building a text-to-video model as well, which you can bet is probably going to be insane. There are even more video models coming. MidJourney has been working on that for a while, but this stuff is starting to look really, really good. You could check it out on Hugging Face by going to huggingface.co spaces Black Forest Labs Flux 1. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link in the description as well. And this is where you can enter a prompt like monkey juggling bananas. I'm going to run that, and it's going pretty fast. And it looks like he dropped that banana right here. But you can see if you spend some time with some of these images, this is the one thing to know about all this image gen. It's not just going to happen on the first time. So spend some time with it, and you're going to be able to find some ways to get really cool stuff. Okay, Nvidia has created a text-to-3D model with Shutterstock called Edify 3D. I'm going to just click right here, and you're actually going to be able to try it out. Just come to build.nvidia.com/explore and then hit on discover, and it gives you all of these options of what you can use. And then if you come down here, you see image to 3D or text to 3D. I'm going to do image to 3D. It gives you options to select an image. So if this is an image right now, that's a skull. Right? So it gives you the skull, generate preview, you could do your own stuff. It seems to work better if it's straight on versus something at an angle. Obviously you could see the symmetry right here. It does not see the back of the skull, so it is figuring out what that is. And if you see right here, it is generating what it seems to be a skull. This is pretty incredible. The amount of time it usually takes to even model something like this. Imagine if you were just trying to create a mesh. And my thought is you can reasonably download this mesh and then be able to work and, repoly it and customize it, but to get just something super quick, that's pretty incredible. Stability AI is also creating something that is similar. I'm going to leave a link to this article in the description. It's called Stable Fast, and you can use Stable Fast right here by coming to Hugging Face Spaces, Stability AI, Stable Fast 3D. So basically they give you a whole bunch of pictures right here that you can use. So I'm going to just use this little raccoon to show you a little bit what it's doing. You can use different foreground ratio, foreground to background ratio. Let's just leave it right there. Now it's processing. This literally took 1 second. And now you have this little 3D raccoon. It also allows you to upload these HDR images. So this is going to affect how light appears on this little raccoon man, depending on what you want in here. So that is really cool for, again, VFX users. Now getting this into your comfy UI interface will be really interesting, and I'm really excited to see what people build off of this. And I will leave a link to that also in the description. Now, OpenAI just announced Search GPT. Now, one of my favorite personal ones is Perplexity, which has been doing a lot of what Search GPT is going to do. And now Google has also answered that with their AI search as well. Now, Search GPT is really interesting though. I really like the way they're laying everything out. So if you come into your ChatGPT, you're gonna come right up here to Search GPT. Right here, and then it's going to give you this. So I actually just came back from Napa, but if I was going again, I would come back in here and I say, I am going to Napa and really need an amazing plan for my 3-day visit. Can you help me with this? And this is really cool because look, this is my 3-day itinerary. Day 1 in the morning, afternoon, explore, and then right here, it gives me all of the sources for all of what my itinerary is. So if I want to go exploring, start with a ride on Napa Valley Wine Train, I can literally just click right here. And this is going to be an image of the Napa Valley wine train. I saw this from the side, but that looks pretty cool. I should do that next time. And then right here, it says where it got the information. So it takes me right to Wikipedia. So it just gives search results in a much different way. And then I can look right here and it's like, okay, explore the public market. I definitely should have done this when I was there. This is a neat way to search. This is the first time I'm doing it, and this is making it really interesting. There's 21 photos. That's pretty cool. And it's giving me all the articles. How it's getting those and how it will in the future and how SEO is going to work and advertising, that I'm a little concerned about. But from the look of it right here, I really like using it. It seems pretty intuitive, and I'm kind of tired of Google. That's why I love Perplexity so much. So we'll see how this keeps going in the future. So Perplexity also just unveiled its revenue sharing plan for publishers. I'm going to leave a link to this article in the description, but I'm also going to leave a link to this Perplexity Publishers program here. And what's really cool about this is they're actually going to be giving revenue sharing for brands can pay to ask specific related follow-up questions in our answer engine interface and in Pages. They're going to give access to Perplexity's APIs. Partners will receive access to the online LLM APIs and developer support so they can create their own custom answer engine. I like how they're calling it an answer engine. Enterprise Pro for all employees. There's just, Perplexity is unbelievable. I'll leave a link to the card right here for the video I did on Perplexity a while back, but they are really quality, and I'm excited to see them popping up into all these applications outside themselves. So that's really exciting for me. Since I've been following them for so long. Now, Vimeo has been hopping on board for a while. I know they were trying to be YouTube for a while, and then they realized that was not going to happen, and they really focused more on their storage, but they are now letting you translate your video in minutes. Now, it's not going to do the lip syncing like all of these other apps we use, like LipDub or HeyGen. Those will actually make your mouth move different when you're speaking in a different language. This will at least get you to localize and dub in whatever language, Spanish, Hungarian, Russian, Romanian, whatever it is that you want. You can now localize all your videos to wherever it is that people are going to see them. That's pretty neat. Again, it's just making the apps that people already use daily so much better to use. Sam Altman has been talking about OpenAI's next model will undergo safety checks by the US government. And that is interesting because it means that it must be getting so much better that they're worried about it. And recently, 3 of the top execs just left OpenAI. That happened maybe yesterday or the day before. And one actually went to OpenAI's competitor, Anthropic's, and we'll be working with Claude and Amazon instead of Microsoft. They're just kind of going back and forth. But the other few people are leaving. And Elon Musk, today I saw that a lawsuit just came out for Elon Musk is suing Sam Altman and OpenAI again. And this is going to happen over and over again because now Elon Musk has Grok. So Grok is his model. OpenAI is with Sam Altman. They both co-founded OpenAI together. So this is going to be interesting to see where these lawsuits go and also how the competition continues to increase. I found this really interesting. Dreamflare, which I posted about a few weeks ago, actually hired ex-MGM and Netflix executives. That's really, really fascinating because Dreamflare AI is an AI Netflix. Basically, this is a place for artists and AI creators to showcase their work, and it also allows people to do a little bit more of a choose your own adventure. It allows these artists to get paid, and it allows things to be a little different. This is very different than what Netflix is. And for people who want to watch different types of animations, different styles, different stories, I know I showed The Great Gatsby. That's still #1. That's really interesting. There's a premium. And again, the creators get paid. And this is going to be an interesting platform to watch, especially now that they hired... let's look right here. They hired Cameron Purcell as VP of Development and Kelly Canavas as Creative Exec. Now, Purcell came from Universal Pictures, Annapurna, and MGM, focusing on content strategy and distribution. Those are all huge companies. Now, Kelly Canavas joins from Netflix, where she helped develop animated film content. This makes a lot of sense. She also worked at Walt Disney Animation Studios, Paramount Animation, and CAA. So executives who worked in very large companies in animation are now moving to AI animation companies. Something to take note about. So lastly, Taco Bell is about to bring voice AI ordering to hundreds of its US drive-thrus. So a few of the other companies like Wendy's has tried this, but Taco Bell's going to try it now, and it might work. I mean, the AI is getting better. It's sounding better now, and it can have a conversation with you, and then it can take the task and it can create that order into the system, again, through the agents, AI agents that can be attached to these LLMs. So I think it's pretty powerful. I am concerned by I'm a little concerned on the loss of jobs here, because these are jobs that people have been doing, so they won't be doing those anymore if this works. And if it works here, then the other fast food restaurants are going to do it as well. So I'm not completely for this particular situation, but it will be interesting to see how this plays out. Okay, I'm sure there is much more that I missed, but I can't do everything. These were things that interest me, and I am excited to keep going. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos soon, and I'm going to be picking those up now that I am back, and I am going to focus on different types of videos too. I'm going to have different types, some more of the deep dives I'm going to focus on. I'm also going to be doing a lot more content creation. There are a few people that I might be bringing onto the channel to help out, and I'm excited to introduce you to everyone. So take it easy, and I will see you next time.